Toby, what a win! What does that say about your side?
Yeah, it makes me a little bit sort of emotional really thinking about it because the character beats talent, right? And we've always talked about how strong we are and the things we take pride in and how the cultural stuff gets us through and Richard Fussell probably said it best, actually, to be fair, and give credit where credit's due. At the end of the game, he said to me, he said, the good thing about this team is it doesn't know when it's beaten. And that really encapsulates it. And that's something as a group we're really proud of. I'm sure our supporters are very proud of. And long may it continue because, yeah, that was probably one of the ugliest performances we've probably produced, if I'm honest, from an accuracy point of view. But we hung in there tough and it could have got away from us with a 10-point lead, but as he said, we don't know when we're beaten. And the turning point was obviously the knock on for the try and the Maul try, which was we sort of grew in confidence from that. And the youngsters put their hands up; they're not going to take a backward step. So from that point of view, that bodes well. And look, we'll play better and lose for sure, but we'll take it all day long to get what we've got out of this fixture. First time winning away from home in South Africa. There's lots of box being ticked, and the nature of it with who we had, the injury list, and the end of 13 weeks. I think that's a fitting end, if you like, to what's happened so far. And I hope that our boys go out and have a bloody good time tonight because they deserve it.
You mentioned that more than 20 injuries, some guys who perhaps never played at altitude, some guys who perhaps never left the country to play rugby before, just the character in terms of the young players.
Well, again, yeah, exactly. Again, it is, you find something when, you've got natural competitors. Rugby's tough, right? So you need natural competitive, but sometimes that's not. It's the connections between the group, the connections to what we're doing, the connections to the team identity, the connections to its supporters. The club feel that we've got is really, really important, and they get you through the hard moments. And you've got to enjoy moments like this because there is always dark times coming. There always is. And that gives you if you like, the energy and the buoyancy to deal with the tough stuff. And similarly, the tough stuff gives you the resilience to not want to be there again. So it's a vicious circle you always end up in, but we all choose to do it. We strap in for the ride up and down and see where it goes.
And cold light of day gives you a home tie in this competition in April, which is always a bonus.
Yeah, no, for sure, and that's good, and we're delighted for that. I'm sure our commercial team are absolutely delighted about that, which all makes a difference when money's tight in Welsh rugby. So yeah, every little bit helps, and we'll enjoy that when that comes around.
It's Connaught or Sale. I'm not putting this out until you know who it is. A little bit about either side, which I won't use until you know. Just how do you mind who you have?
Quite honestly, Gareth, I don't care, and I'm not even thinking about it for obvious reasons. And we'll enjoy this bit, and then we'll worry about that when it comes around the corner. There's a lot of games to be played by that. A lot of people to hopefully come back from injury. A lot of people that need freshening up and enjoy their downtime. And we've obviously see what happens in international rugby. We've got a lot of boys that went to the well today. Have gone to the well for a lot for us in a period where we didn't have a chance to rotate. So, they're going into international programs. So, common sense hopefully prevails there so that everyone can get fresh, good players. So, yeah, there's still a lot of stuff to navigate up until then. But as you say, the next thing we worry about in a few weeks' time will be Ulster. But we'll enjoy tonight, get past, have some downtime, and then recharge and go again.
Lovely. Pretty final one for me. How's George?
Yeah, he's a bit sore. To be fair, he's I think he's got a neural element in his shoulder, which is shut down a little bit. And so the Welsh boys aren't flying back with us; they're sort of flying now. So I'm not sure that flight will be the most comfortable, but he's got a bit of recovery time before getting back, and we'll hand over with all the information to hopefully treat him and get him back up and running as soon as possible.
Because he showed his class, while he had a knock early on to score that try, didn't he?
Yeah, and he stayed out there, played tough, which was cool. And it was good to see. And he's been very, very good, with the youngsters this week, and talking and bits and pieces. So look, we wish him a speedy recovery, of course.
Lovely. Anything else you want to say, mate? You're happy? I'll let you go and enjoy yourself, which is what you need to do.
Yeah, like I said, I'm just, my overriding feeling is of pride for a group, and not just the playing group, the resilience, the staff, the coaches, the S&C, the medical. They've been under the pump. What people that see on the front, getting teams out every week's been really tough, and it's probably a good opportunity for me to thank everyone for their diligence and their continued sort of application and professionalism, because without any of them, we wouldn't be where we are today.